Hey, vintage community. It's a cold, rainy night here. Hey, all in the attic treasures. I'm gonna need glasses. Whoops. I was trying to figure out for the last few days how to do like a split screen so I could show my phone screen, like logging in, trying to do it from screen grabs, and that was not working out. Hey, Kathy. I think I just hit 500. So thank you, everybody who's a subscriber. I can do my giveaway box. So maybe tomorrow I'll upload details. Just 500 more, and then I could have a community tab. Okay, cool. All in the attic. Sorry, what is your name? So I don't have to say that whole thing out. But I think I just hit it. So I'll try to upload something tomorrow. Try to make like a quick video to upload, like of what to do for the giveaway. It'll be uranium box giveaway. Marianne. Yes, I think I knew at some point. Okay, Marianne. Uranium box giveaway. So I'll have like mostly uranium. There's a couple plates, a glass, like a drinking glass, and the tidbit tray. And then I have a couple, like a sugar and creamer set, like these hand painted. So I'm going to put those all together and then maybe make something like handcrafted to go in there. So, but thank you. Hey, book. Marianne, I have a previous video. So you're like, you have an account, you're logged in, and do you know how to post like something to your feed or post a story? I asked Christy Tippy Winks Vintage because she does her stories through Canva, and you can also do them through PicMonkey. I mean, both of those have free options, but you can also buy like pro accounts, which I do have that for PicMonkey for like business stuff and things like that. Like these like kind of crooked. But you can make stories on those as well, and then you save them to your phone, or you can save them on your computer, send to your phone, and then upload those as a story too. So that's why she's got a lot of details on hers. Hey, Delbert. Okay. Just some people are at the very beginning of knowing Instagram. So Sue Spezio the other day did like an impersonation of me doing our last Instagram 101 on Kat and Gina's channel. So if you haven't seen that, I think it was on Kat's channel on the Wednesday night sale, and maybe it was Thursday because I can't remember, sorry, but it was the last one I think on Kat's channel, and it was pretty funny. Yeah, I tried to like figure out earlier, and then it was like echoing, like, and then it kept shutting down. I'm like, maybe it just doesn't work with the Chromebook, because they really like limit you as to what outside things you're able to use. So like Marianne. You can use Canva, CANVA, or PicMonkey, like PICMONKEY, like where they have a lot of different graphics and like cutouts and different things you can add, and you can animate things as well on there. But Instagram itself also has like a special effects where you can add like little like snow effect or like glowing rainbow lines and things like that. Just waiting to see if some more people come in. I know that Thrift U is probably still going. I think Katie's triptych is finished. Hey Christina, thrifting up north. I was wondering if that was you at first, because the picture is different too. Is that Northern Lights? Let's click on it. Ugh, it's so tiny on here. Usually I thought it would be bigger. But yeah, I like the name Christina. Hey Karen. And again, I hit 500 subs, so thank you everyone who subscribed. Hit the thumbs up, all that shared and on my channel. I appreciate it. Gonna be doing the uranium box giveaway. So I'll try to post about that tomorrow. Basically, just be subscribed. Maybe I'll have you comment on this video or the video I post telling you what you need to do. So just 500 more, and I'll have the community tab, and I need to get those watch hours, but I can't do it every day. Like some of these people, like that's some dedication. Okay, Buck. Like if you're scrolling through Instagram and you see a picture or like a post that you want to send someone, is that what you mean? Or like you want to go into a message and send them a photo? Because like if you're just scrolling through and you see a post that you'd like to forward, which I think you may know how to do that, you hit the little airplane and then it usually comes up with a box for you to type, or it'll come up with your friends and you can click on a name and hit send and it'll send it to them. But if you want to send like a photo uploaded from your phone, you need to do it as like a direct message, and then you would just go into your direct messages, and like if you don't already have a message with that person, you could type in their name. There's usually a little square with like a pen at the top, and then you could type their name. It'll come up, and at the bottom usually there's like a little picture graphic. Click that, and then it should bring up the photos from your phone, and you should be able to click on that and then hit the little blue arrow on the side to like upload it to them. And if you're trying to just post to your news feed, post to your grid, you just hit the plus at the top and it should come up with your picture options, and then you click, and then usually it'll take you into the filter options, and you can choose whatever filter or no filter, and then you just keep hitting the right arrow, and then you can put in like a caption or description before you, and then it should say share. Yeah, you sent me a link from him. Okay, like you want to... Like, he sent you one, or you have a post, like his post that for his video from YouTube you want to send to someone with comments? Because you sent me the link, and then you could just type into the chat to post. Like, you can go back into that message and then type as you would normally a message to send the person comments on that. Like, you can't really, like, if you're sharing a link in a message or wherever, it won't let you, like, it's not going to show comments from YouTube unless you like screen grab an image and then copy it into the message and with the link. Let me turn. So then like I want to show like how to do the music stuff too, because there's like a few different options within the music thing as well, but obviously you can't play the music because YouTube doesn't like that. So I'm just gonna have my phone muted. Let me make sure it is on that part. Let's see. Okay. Okay, yeah. But like you can see the titles and we'll go over that. But like if anyone here, I mean, I think some of you know, like you can also, well, we'll go over that, but you can tag someone in your story. And so it'll kind of take that story and send it to those other people. And like I can show you in a message I have with like Katie. Like it'll come up like this. And it'll say add to your story. And then you can like hit the add to your story. So like Christy, when she makes the promos and things for the different sales, she'll tag all these people in it, and so when it comes, it'll send it to you in a message like this. And when you hit the add to your story, it'll come up on your phone, and you can take your two fingers and either like enlarge it or small, and then you can add, the different things around it we'll go over. But you just go, and then at the bottom it'll say like your story down here with your icon. And then if you hit that, it'll like share it to your story so you can kind of help promote the sale as well. Like, I don't know what level everybody's on or if people are just coming to hang out, but I thought like, I know there's people in the community, like Sue was saying, she doesn't really know how to do the story part of it. So, hey, Mystic. Like, okay. And your story is good for 24 hours. And then you can, like, if you go to your account page, like, here's mine. And then here, like, you can go in and save, like, a lot of the business account things. Like, they'll have, like, their different things in here, like, what's for sale, what's sold, like, shopping rules and all this different stuff. If you hit the new button, it'll come up with like all the stories that you've posted, and you can kind of make like different categories under those little bubbles and stuff. Like, so it comes back and you can see all the stories that you've posted. Hey Carrie, hey Helen. But like that's what we do a lot of times. I did, Carrie. You missed the dance party at the beginning. No, I mentioned I think it had 500 and 501, and I said I will try to upload a video tomorrow saying like, hey, thanks for subscribing, like basically comment below with whatever I come up with, and then, you know, make sure you're subscribed, do this, do that, or whatever, and then like you'll be entered in the giveaway, and I'll pick a winner next Sunday. Unless I should make it like 2 weeks or something. But I'll think about it before tomorrow about like how long I want it to be. But thank you. Like, and I'm coming up November 22nd, I think, is when I first went live on YouTube. So coming up in a year, so that's pretty cool. Stuff was displayed, but I sent it as is with no comment. So I had a little chuckle, like maybe everyone will think I'm announcing a new crush. Well, no book, but I was like, is he live or, but I get what you mean, because if you're sending it, wait, let me see. Because you can, like, if you're posting, you're sending a link to everybody from YouTube, like, and it's sharing over, sometimes it'll give you, like, the option, it'll say like send a message or write a message. Then in there you can say like, hey, check this out, or check out this guy. But if you're just like copy and pasting the link in people's messages, you can just, write a message, and put it in there like, hey, check this video or check out this guy. Yes, Jane texted me earlier and she said, because she went to when I was trying to get I called her yesterday, but I think she was at the doctor or something, but they're testing her for something. I don't know how much she wants to share, but they're just testing her because basically she's kind of like falling a lot and clumsy, and it's like hard to hold on to things. So she's getting tested for things to see like if it's, a condition or something like that, but she just has a lot of appointments. But I mean, I feel like she was feeling better before that, but she's been kind of, a little bit clumsy, and they don't know if something's causing that or what. But yeah, keep praying for Jane because she definitely needs it. Like, let me see. Okay, so like book, if you're sharing from a post on Instagram, like here's Rain Mom Shop, and then like, sorry, I tried other ways, but this is like honestly these. So there's a little airplane. So you hit that and it's gonna come up with your options and like emojis, and see it says write a message. So you can write a message in there. So if you want to say something specific, you can be like, hey, check out Steve, like check out this video. Or if you're just sending someone at whatever, like you'd say like, hey, or I thought you'd like this, or like, here, someone's selling this. Like we do that a lot. We send it to each other to say like, hey, like Carrie and I will go back for like, here's some owls or here's some deer, like Tanala, but hey, Michelle, hey, Helen. Well, like that's what you sent me was the link. That's fine, but yeah, I would just put like, if you could put a message with it, like check out Steve or something like that. Yeah, I mean, because then people would be like, oh, okay, like, because sometimes, honestly, I get a lot. Sometimes we get a lot of messages where like people are just sending links to people's sales, And sometimes they don't even say anything. It's like, okay, like, are you wanting me to come over there or what? Okay, I'm just gonna kind of hold my finger behind the camera so that way, like, well, I guess it doesn't matter, but, or yeah, never mind, it does. But so when you're okay, sorry, rewind. So from your home page, so either you can, I swipe to the right and it comes up, and like this is where you can start your story, or at the top where your little plus button is, you can click that, and then at the bottom it'll have like the scroll thing, post, story, reels, and you can hit story and that'll bring you into that, but it's faster if you could just swipe to the right from your home page, home feed, whatever. Yeah, I know, Michelle. I'm like, okay. Or if it's a certain one and they keep sending it to me all the time and they don't even talk to me besides that, I'm like, okay, thanks. Like, hello to you too. Like when you, yes. I know sometimes, yeah, so like when I send something and it'll say like send via IG, it'll send there, but then most of the times it'll just put me right into my message feed, like, or what do you call it, the inbox, and so that way you can go right into the message and then you have to put a comment or, you know. So like this, I'm trying to go over the basics of like all the things you can choose. So let me see here. So it's gonna come up with like, you know, your background. And so over there it's got the AA, and so either you can create a whole thing by yourself, or like at the bottom left hand corner it'll have like a little thumbnail of your photos, like of a photo. So you can, so you can click the little thing down here. This is weird doing backwards. And it brings up your pictures. So like I put some of them up here. So like then, well, not that one, but like I'll choose my logo. So then you can bring this up if you wanted to do a story. And see, like if I just wanted to post it like this, like you would just hit, it looks double right now because I screen grabbed it, but you would just hit your logo or your picture down here and hit your story and it would upload it. But like the top here, it has the options. So you got the down arrow, which that means you can, like after you've created whatever you want to create, it would download it to your, you know, your picture roll to your phone. The little 3 stars are the effects. So like we were saying earlier, you hit that button and then it comes up with these little options down here, and you can just swipe and scroll them over. So let me see if you're able to see this on here. See, like this one comes up with like this snow texture, but it's like glittering. Like I'm trying to, like this one's got this little like rainbow circle. But like, see, you can just scroll through the wheel on the bottom. Like some would obviously work better if it was like your face, because there's like face filters. But then they have like things like this. Like sometimes it's just like a color filter. Oh, this has like a little film camera thing. Oh, I think I get what like book you would like to post it in your grid or something so people could see it and go to it, but unfortunately we can't post links unless you have like 10,000 subscribers. So like Misty does, so she can they used to have the swipe up option and then that would take them to like the link you could do the YouTube video, but now it posts it as a link so people can click on it and go there, but since like if you don't have that many, you basically would have to send it through a message, or you could like you know like screen grab it, post it into your feed and say like check out this guy on YouTube and put his like name. So I mean it's almost easier just to send the link, but yeah, I would if you could write a message and just say like hey, like this guy's great, or like you might like him or whatever, something like that, so people are just not like okay like what is this. But oh yeah, and that's another, you can mute like the messages, so like um how do I do this? Okay, so yeah, like in the chat, so like I'll pull up Carrie here, so like at the top, like I sent her this link, so you just click on the name up here, and basically if the people are kind of like harassing you, you can hit mute messages or mute call notifications. Like if they accidentally keep on calling you, you can hit those options, and then like you'll still get them, but like it won't keep notifying you, like you'll just see their name kind of in bold in your message queue. Like yes, like if it gives you the option to send a message, or like if you're just copying and pasting the link, because I know like YouTube it'll let you share, so it's kind of letting you pick those names maybe, but not write a message. So just follow up and go back on those messages and say like hey, this is why. Oh no, that's okay. Like that, I wanted to be this like a discussion, in case people weren't sure what to do. Okay, so like, so back to whatever this. Hold on, let me pull up the solo image so we don't have that other stuff. Okay, so basically, like how you do the majority of the things. Like, see, they have the little scribble there too. I had my stylus. The little, okay, let's adjust the little scribble thing here, because then you could draw on your phone if you wanted, like, draw hard, or if whatever you want to write, or if you wanted to write something on there, you could. Hey, Catherine. Okay, good night, Mystic. And then the A's, obviously you can type, or if you just tap on the screen, it'll bring up your keyboard. And then you can type in whatever, so it'll just be like, follow. And you can type it in, and then when you type at the top, it'll give you options. So if you hit the one, it'll like either highlight, like it'll do a background box. So like it'll change it from white, black, or nothing, and then nothing. But then you can also hit, like, there's a little color wheel, and then it'll come up with the different color options, and you can change the color. Well, that was terrible because that was yellow, so but here's purple. Like, okay, sorry, this is a hot mess, but we'll take the background off. but here's like a darker purple. There you go. And so you could change all the colors, and you just would scroll through the colors. And then I know it doesn't always do this on my phone, but there's another little A with like these two dashes next to it at the end. This last one, so you could hit that, and it does like some kind of action. So depending on what font you're using down here, like I'll scroll over, it'll do a different type of action. So it's kind of like how you could draw interest, you know, and not be such a just a flat image. You can have the font and type whatever, could change the color and the different type of action. Like some just type out, but yes, what Kathy said book. And okay, so when you're done typing what you want to type, you'll hit done in the top right corner. And then you can just drag it like where you want it to be. And so be up there. And then what made, like mostly what we go to is the little post-it note with the smiley face. And you click on that, and then this menu option comes up. So you have, sorry if this isn't showing up great, but I've tried so many things. Okay, so you got location, so you could put, obviously it'll tag your location, it'll just put it on the screen. You have mention and hashtag, which they both kind of look the same. So like if you're like reposting someone's, you know, post that they had and you want people to see, you can hit mention, and then you can either start typing the name and it'll come up like you want people to say like, okay, like I want to tag, you know, Christy in this, and I'll start typing at TP Wings. And so then it'll like have kind of her name up there, and people can click it when it posts and it'll go over to her account. Or like see at the bottom here, it'll have like, you know, different people that you may have done recently. So like I can choose Kim at Oh My Vintage. So it'll say Oh My Vintage, and then you can drag that down, or like you can resize that bigger or smaller, like with your two fingers. Oop. There goes the styles. But that's what a mention would look like. And if there's anything you ever want to take off, then you just kind of put your finger on it and drag down, and then there's like a little garbage can icon at the bottom, and you would drag it down into there, and then it deletes it. One sec. Ugh. Okay. Hey, Jeannie, thanks. Okay, so then there's the hashtag, which I don't know if we've gone over that a ton, but you can hit the hashtag, you know, and we have like, I made one for the calendar. So like if I had like a picture of the calendar here, I could put, you know, hashtag vintage. Actually, I just put a V in and it comes up with the tags that I use. So like, see, it says vintage community calendar, vintage live sales, vintage Christmas in May. But, you know, let's go back this way. Okay. Community calendar. So it'll come up, and then like it would add this post, like, because the hashtag is like a way of searching things back up. So there's like, let's say, like sometimes I've been looking at the vintage milk glass mug, or you can just look up milk glass mugs. So it would kind of add this to that grouping. So if you looked it up, that post would be there attached to those, you know, so people who are following that, so it's kind of like you're following that term, so it'll come up in your feed. So like a lot of us follow the vintage glass. So then it'll come up, and then that way you can also find new people to follow, because if they're using that same hashtag as well, then it'll show up in your newsfeed whether you're following them or not, because they use that tag. So you hit done, and then you can drag it wherever. And then they also have things like sometimes you'll see Misty, or there's other people, like they'll post like questions or polls, or like the Vintage Bulldog, or Mid-Mod Marion, like different people, when they're out thrifting and stuff, they'll post like, should I get this? Like yay or nay. And so there's like questions, polls, like there's a little quiz thing you can click on. So you can basically like come up, you can put questions, and then say, ask me a question. So you can put in what your question is, and so people will see it like this with your question, and then they could type in whatever, and when they put something in to respond, it'll come up in your messages saying like, so you can see. So, oh cool, see, Kathy did her first poll yesterday. And then you can also, it has a little music tab down here, and it says, what song should I listen to? So that's kind of fun, if you want to do like some involvement with your subscribers, your followers. You could post something like this with an image, and then people will submit ideas to you. I mean, basically, if you're looking for an idea on something, you could say like, hey, what color should I paint this? Or should I get this or that? Or what kind of craft should I do? And people, basically can type in whatever, and then I'll send it to you privately. So, you don't have to worry about it like, if people seeing it, if you don't want everyone to know. Hey, Kate. I didn't see it, Kathy. But hey, at least, girl, you were doing something. Okay, so here's GIFs, which we use a lot. So it's a little animated graphic. It's there. Just there. So, okay. So it'll come up with like popular trending ones. And then let me get rid of the keyboard. So, and what Christy and I have totally discovered is like when, what does that say? I'm bitter. So let's do, okay, these are all kind of crazy. Like, so like if you wanted to use one of these, like we'll use this cat. You click on it and it'll put it to your page or your graphic. So then you can just move that around, and again, you can enlarge that with your fingers like that. You can even rotate them if you just move your fingers. So, okay, hold on. Trying to do this backwards, but like you can add that in like a GIF, or you can search. And what we found through like searching from Christy making promos and stuff is that like you could put in like flowers, and as you're typing the word, like each letter that you put will bring up like FLOWE will have like certain GIFs, whatever. And then you put the R and it'll bring up a whole nother set, and then the S, it'll be like a whole nother set. So sometimes that helps too, if you just like, as you're typing it in, take a look at the things, because for some reason they'll show you different ones with how many, like how much into the word you are, because depending on how people tag or name these graphics. So like let's look up like Halloween. So you can just, at the top it'll say search Giphy, and you'll put Halloween. Let me see if I can see it as like an example. Okay, so like right now, this is just at HALL. And see, there's a couple Halloween and then some random things. And then you put O, and then see it changed everything up there. Because it thought, oh, maybe I meant to say hello. And then W. And then you're getting closer to Halloween now, so it comes up with these options. Oh my god, that spider's super creepy. And then, okay, so this one is pretty much the same with all the letters. It changed a little bit as I hit the last letter, but you know, you can just close your keyboard if you want to look at all of them. And you just can scroll through. And it's got all different kinds. So I click this dude. And you can put him down, you know, wherever. But like, see, so you can either look at what's trending, and basically you can search whatever, and almost always there'll be something. But, you know, you can do stuff like flowers or just cute, and it'll come up with different options. Or vintage, let me look that up, because I think that one's, I don't think it has a ton. But maybe it's expanded now. I guess it does have some. Oh, cool. See, like there's a vintage Valentine's card. So I put in vintage, and it's got that little vintage style Valentine's card. So, like, if you just had like a red background, and then you could make that bigger, and you could put that, you know, blow it up and have that in the middle. And says, there's no doubt I want you for my Valentine. But, so I'm going to get rid of that. So again, just drag it, say drag to delete. And then I'll go back and show you how like create it from scratch, the stories, but right now we'll do the menu. But there's also in the thing here, they have countdown. Like you can put like your temperature or like what your degrees is outside. But the music, so click on music. So there's a for you and then a browse. So right here I have like a whole bunch of recommended. So there's like Halloween stuff, and there's a lot of old songs because of like what I share and like what I choose, because we do a lot of vintage songs for like the promos and stuff. Or you can hit browse and it comes up with random things, or it'll say like weekend, R&B and soul, like let's see, there's pop. So like, let me go back to my for you. So like they have This Is Halloween from Nightmare Before Christmas. But if you don't know the song and you want to preview it, or you just want to hear it, there's a little play button on the side there. So you can click that. And I have it muted, but like you can see it kind of is a loading. And it goes around and basically plays you a little preview clip so you can listen to it. So say I want to choose that song. You click on that or touch it, whatever. And depending on what song you choose, some of them will have different, someone will show the lyrics, and then you can kind of swipe your finger up and down from where you want the song to start playing from. This one says it doesn't have any lyrics, but like, so it says like the name of the song here. And if you click on it again, it'll give you different options of how you can display it on your story. Like sometimes we don't want people to, like, you want them to hear the song, but you want that to be like the major focus. So we just leave it on the first one, like shrink it down and like hide it somewhere. But if you want to basically just show the song that you're talking about, like some people just show them like what they're listening to, you can click that. and like then just goes back and forth between like how you want to display it. Let me try to find one that has the lyrics. Like, okay. So like here's Levy and Rose. So it plays the lyrics. So like if you were just gonna do a story with this on here, like it'll do that. And then see if you scroll up and down, it shows you the lyrics, and then you can like say if I wanted to start here, then you'd put it there and it would start at that point. Okay. And then this also, like if you're choosing to show the lyrics, down at the bottom, it's got those different text options as well. So it'll change the way the text looks. Like some will be big and some, and just like the different text styles by swinging or swiping left and right on here. So like, let me, okay, so like if I just wanted it as a background thing, you can hit, so up in the corner it'll say done, and we'll scroll down, and usually like I'll just try to shrink it down. But if you have other layering pieces like these, so I could put it over by the cat and like make it a little bit smaller. And then if I click on the cat and hold it, let me see if I can do this, hold it down. See, it dragged the cat in front of the song. So now you can't even see the song thing, but it'll still play. It's just covering that little box, so that way you don't have to see it, and it may just be distracting from what you're trying to tell people. So that's how you do the music. Let me show you real quick. So discard. If you wanted to create one from scratch, so if you click the AA here, it'll come up with a color option. So it comes up with these different gradients. So like here's an orange one, and down in the bottom here is your color. Oop, I just went on live. Whoops. Story. Okay. And in the bottom you can scroll post, story, reels. So you can hit the little color wheel here and it'll change. Let me see if I can do this. Like, it'll change the color. So you have like this rainbow one. Oop. Okay, so there's black, gray, and then so you can basically cycle through the different color options. I'm trying to see. Okay, so black. We'll just say black for now, like for Halloween. And then, so at the top, when you're doing one, it doesn't give you like the effects feature, so, at least not on mine. So you hit the little post-it, and then it'll bring up your menu like I showed you before. Okay, well, I know why it looks like that, but it brings up your menu things here, like GIF, and then it'll bring up, and then you would just choose everything like that. So sometimes if you're just like, you could choose like red background, and then you could post that Valentine's card emoji like over the top, and then you could create something for the holidays. I'm just showing how to do stories, Julia. I think what Julie means, like, you can put here. So, like, let me see if it'll show up. Why? Okay, let me switch back over to my graphic. Okay. Nope, not that. Hold on, sorry. Where? Oh, here we go. Okay. So we'll hit the top and then countdown. There's countdown. So you count down. Now I haven't had, I've only done, I think, one of these. So I'm not as familiar with this, but it says countdown names because I know like Selena from the Recycle Life, the Vintage Bombshell, she'll do them for like when her sale's coming up, or like people can post it like, hey, there's 4 days, or till my sale, or till this event, and then you can share that and people can share it and it'll show the countdown and it's in real time. It'll be counting down. So let's see, let's put countdown name, we'll say to live sale. And then you set the date and time, so we'll say tomorrow. So there's an option at the bottom, so like you click on it after I typed it in, it says choose an end date. So you can scroll through the month and scroll through the date. Yeah, then there's an all day option, or if I take that off, yes, if you unclick it, it'll give you a certain time. So we'll go to let's say 8 p.m. and you just basically scroll through everything with your fingers up and down. I'll do 8 p.m. and then so it's just do 22 hours. Ugh. In 22 hours, 8 minutes. And it counts down in seconds. And then you can just put it there on your story. And then, if you want to tag other people in it because you're promoting your sale or something, you just do, the hashtag or like the mention. Or you can also just tap on the screen, and when it comes up, if you put the @ symbol, it'll come up, see again, like with the people here. And so like if I hit Katie, it'll have her name. Now sometimes when we're doing this to like tag people for promos, so like, if we're doing a promo for D, you can type her name in, and if you want people to see it, that's like no big deal. But if you want to, make it kind of like invisible to the story, but it'll still send it to that person, you can hit the color wheel. And either like if it's, a basic color background, you can just choose that and it'll change the font to that background. But there's a little like dropper there, and hit the dropper. And so basically, see, then you'll come up with this, and you can just drag it around until it matches. So like, let me take the background box off. So see her font? Like the color will be the same color as the background, which I can barely see it now, but like maybe you can see it. If I put over here, like, see, you can kind of see it passing over, and then we just scroll it up to where you can't see it, and it's like blended with the background. So that way you can still tag all the people. You just keep typing in the @ and it either will come up with suggestions, or you just type their name and then it should bring up that person. And then when you send it, it'll tag it to all those people to their direct messages. Okay. Like the color thing, or just how to do it? So either you can just tap and put @ and it'll come up here. Let me see if okay, no. Okay. So we'll put, of course, now it's not working. Okay. So if you put @ it'll come up with your options. So there's like there, and you can scroll through, and then you can choose whoever. So like here's Catherine, and then it'll say Cat Young, and if you wanted to keep it on there. So this, Kathy, I just tapped the screen and you can type it. So it'll just have their name in whatever font. It'll be like you're texting, and then you can scroll on the bottom here to change what it looks like. So like, and if I wanted to leave it on here, so like I'll put it in black so you can see it. So like if I was tagging Kate's work or something I wanted Kate to see, or Catherine, sorry, then I could just leave it up there like this. Or if you wanted that more orangey bold look, you hit the post-it note at the top, and then there's that mention tab, and you could click that, and it kind of does the same thing, but their name is a little bit, I don't know why, sorry, not trying to drive you all crazy, but why, I think it's the text is so light, but it says at mention, so we'll choose Pam. So you can choose the name, and see, then it comes up like this. So this is what a lot of people do, because it's so you can tag multiple people. Okay, so like we'll do this, and then mention, let's do Kim. So you can basically, I'm sure it has a limit at some point, but when we do the promos, like I'll put like 6 or 7 people sometimes, depending, like, so if I'm posting something for like Katie or posting for my own sale, like then I'll tag like Christy, Pam, Carrie, like Kat and Gina and stuff, like people that I know usually will repost it, and then it'll go to their inbox. But so you can do it like that, or you can type it, and then you basically, so like on the one that I typed, so like Kat's name, I can just hit like the little enter or like the next, like there, and then you can just keep on typing. So like I'll just say like Picasso cat, and you start typing it in, and then your picture comes up here. Oop. I'm trying to do this backwards. Okay, so I just click you and see, and then it'll just add it kind of to the next line. So you can just keep on going. Probably as many you could fit in the screen, but yeah, I just like showing you guys how you can kind of disguise the color if you didn't want people to see the names. But like if you had, sometimes like if you have a busy image, or if you're trying to show like a product, so that way, you're like, okay, look at this really colorful pattern vase or something. That way you could kind of show that, and you could still tag people, but like, you could probably like put it in black, or, match it to the background, or like something that has a spot and add it in there. And then you can also, like, using your fingers, like you can make it bigger or smaller. So then you can make it really smaller and just shrink it down, too. Like if you don't want to change the color, you can make it really small, and then see it's just like super tiny there at the bottom. So let's see, there's polls. Like they have this thing where you can add a question. Yikes. Hold on. Like, there, ask a question. So you could say, like, how cute is this dog? And then, people can just like slide, and it gets bigger. So it's kind of a fun thing, like, for involvement in your subscribers and your, what do you call it, following, or like your little community, to add to your post. Yeah, like a lot of times, so if someone tags you in a post, it'll come up in your messages and usually say add, you know, add add this story or sorry. Like share this to your stories. Let me just get rid of some of these things. And I know there's also, let me back out of this and go to a post. So, like, I'm trying to find, let's see. Okay, so like here's Mid-Mod Marion. So like here's a post of a mug. So you can like hit the little arrow, like the little airplane, sorry. And so either you can send it to people and then, or see it says add post to your story. And that's how like sometimes when you see like I just figured that out recently because I'm like, how are people sharing my thing? Like, how are they doing that? Or when they it'll have their post and then it'll just say like add whatever your username is. So that's how they do that. Like they'll say add post to your story. Like let me look up one of Katie's posts. Oop. Like okay, let's go to Katie's page. So like here's the bowl Katie bought from me. So we'll hit the airplane, add post to your story, and see, then it'll come up here. And see, it has her name attached on here. So that's a cool way, like if people, you know, who have like duo sales and stuff, like double sales, like I think Kathy and Julia do, like if they have a promo post, they can, one can share it to their story if they're not tagged in it or something. You know, they could share it to their thing, or in case they want to share it as a story instead of a post, it'll have your name. And then you can also click on it and it'll give you the different options. So like I clicked on it, so then I put her name up here and then you can see the description. So either you can do it like that or like this and it'll post it with the description, and then you can add all the stuff like we went over, like so it has your options up there for like the downloading, the effects, you know, the GIFs. You can draw. And like the drawing too, it comes up with the color options. So like, whoops, back. So we'll do blue. So like you can just draw her. Like if you're doing something like that, or post like go follow or subscribe if you wanted to put it in your own handwriting. And then they have like the different options up top too. So like, you know, if you wanted to like a marker or like chalk, you know, you can choose the different options. And then when you're done, you hit that right to check over there. And then it'll take you back here to your main screen. And then once you're done, you want to post it, you click on your story and it would share it. And then you could also hit send to there. And then you can choose, it'll come up with, you know, your list of things like your different chats and things. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, sorry. One sec. I gotta take this off. Whoop. Whew. Okay, it was freezing in here. Now it's hot. Hey, Paula, if I didn't say that already. But, do you guys feel confident in stories? Or is there any questions? mean, I'm always learning stuff because like they're constantly changing or adding things. But basically, you can go from your home feed, swipe to the right, and then like there's also layout options. So it's like when you're going in there, instead of the double A for create, there's like layout, and you can do like there's different layouts, so you can choose so like they have these different layouts and you would choose them, and either you can upload pics to go into there, so you would choose like right there, and then like here's a candlestick I'm sending Katie, so you could put that in, or you could take a pic. So like I'll just do it like this, and so it'll just keep adding it, and then you're done with like once you're done. So like let's add a couple other pictures right here. So once you have like all the boxes filled in your layout, then you could just hit this, the check mark, and it'll bring you back to that screen where you can edit, type, etc. So that I've been playing with a little bit, or at least like in the background, when it's like easier than downloading an app to do the layouts. Like if you just want to show someone like here's 4 options, or like here's a side-by-side one that you can do, like but like you want to say like this or that, and then you could put the poll on there, or like let's say like should I do option A or B, but let's see, then there's like multi-capture, like boomerang, or the ones where it's more like you're making your own gift type thing, but that's a little like advanced. But you can also like if you can post or do it as like a picture and you're taking in there, and then see they have all the filters at the bottom, and you can just scroll and the different one changes. So some are just like like when you're posting a photo, like the different color kind of filter options, different settings and all that. Thanks, Catherine. I mean, hey, I got to 500 subs. I had to have a good show, right? But yeah, don't worry about that stuff right now. But the layout thing is kind of cool if you want to show, like, you hold your finger down, hit the layout button, then underneath it is like the different size options. You tap it and see it comes up with all those different options, like top, bottom, like a layer. And so that way you can do that and then post, like either pull from photos you've taken already, or you can take photos in real time and post, and then you could do a poll. Or if you want to show like, okay, here's the things I picked up today, but kind of like all in one group. So the layout is like when you swipe to go into the stories, it's like the third option down. It'll say create. Oh, my face is so white. Hold on. Okay. Like, wrong side. Hold on. Oops, maybe I flipped this around. Okay. I'm confused. All right, so like it's that one there. So click that, and then it comes up with the 2 little options. And then you click the second one, and that's where it brings these up. So like let's do the 3. So then you got your options there. So you take your picture or upload a photo from down here, you can choose like, well, that didn't work. Like, so I have this, so I'd put this up there. And then if you use 2 fingers, you can kind of enlarge, kind of like your, what's the word? Transform, like make it bigger, smaller, move it around. And then once you're finished filling like all the cells, this will come up with a check mark. And you click that. And that'll bring you back to the page where you can add everything else. No, you guys are fine. I mean, hey, I didn't learn this all right away either. Like, I didn't ever go on Instagram. It wasn't until I, became part of the community, like, because then you're following everybody and you want to share and promote things. So, if you ever have gotten a promotion Christy has made for you and you don't know how to share it, like, you go into your messages. So, like, Christy, she makes a lot of promos. So, again, it'll come up like this. And it'll say add to your story. So you hit add to your story. It'll load it up. And then usually there's music, so I have it turned down. So, and then again, you can use your 2 fingers to make it like, bigger or smaller. Like, and if you wanted to add stuff, you can add, like, so sometimes we'll do that. Like, you go to the gifts and, like, let's just say it's someone's birthday. And so then you can be like, drag this somewhere and then be like, add your own text, like happy birthday, Sam, or something like that. So you can also add to them, but if you just wanted to repost it, you just pop it in there, hit add to your story, and it'll kind of upload it to there. So when, like, we'll go to my stories. So at the top here, this is where everyone's stories are. So just click mine and see, it'll show you, like, I posted this one earlier. So that's what it looks like. Share, highlight. So you can send this story to someone else too. And then you can, repost it or tag it with an ad. Okay, usually you can tap on the right-hand side of the screen. It'll take you to the next one. And, like, here's Katie. She tagged me in her triptych one. And it'll tell you, like, how many hours ago and what this, like, if they have music on there, the song's listed up there. And then also down here, it'll show you, like, who saw your post. And then it'll come up with, like, all the people who have seen this post. Oop. That was for the next story, but, like, this is for Katie's story, so you can see, like, who's looking at your stories. So you can kind of see, like, who are you reaching, who's seeing your stories and stuff. But, and then in case you ever accidentally, you share your story before you're ready, or you made a mistake and you got to fix something and erase it. Unfortunately, you can't go back and edit your story. But, like, if you wanted to delete it, you just go in. So, like, at the bottom where the 3 dots are, over there, it'll come up with delete. So you can delete it, so it'll take it off, or you could send to someone. You could share it to your post, copy link, or save video. So if I wanted to, like, save it and then post it, like, some other time for the next week, you could save the video, and then when you go in, you would just go down here and find it in your scroll, post it, and then it would come up here, and then kind of gives you less work to do at the time. You may have to add the song again, because then not always does it play when you save it, but it would still should have all of your animations, because it would save as, like, a GIF or a video file. But any questions? I think that's the basics and everything, how to do stories and such. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. That's okay. I was trying to practice something earlier and I posted like my logo like 3 times and I was like, no, that's not what I was trying to do. So I had to keep going in and deleting it. So if you do, Kate, just go in after a post and hit the 3 dots and then hit delete. I know. Like, that's how I wanted Christy, like, sometime, hopefully we could get her on here, like, one night. And, I mean, I think it would be a lot to show how she does it in Canva, but, like, that's why hers, when you can do it, like, on PicMonkey, I've messed around with that sometimes, but, like, you can add the graphics on there, and it just, I guess, gives you, like, a wider option of choices, and you can do that and do, have all the graphics and even animated graphics. Then you would save it, and like on the bottom part where it has you choose from your own images, just make sure that thing is saved to your phone. You click that, and then you could add music or add whatever you want, basically. But that's how sometimes she has the really detailed ones where you have better control of the layering options and stuff, because sometimes on Instagram it's hard. You're trying to put one over the other, and then like sometimes it'll make you start all over again, which is super frustrating, but it's been a little bit better lately. But yeah, basically, like, so yeah, if you have something that you want to layer over something else to like hide it, yeah, you just hold down your finger on that graphic and it should pull it in front. So whatever you want kind of on top. So like if you were layering flowers or plants or something, you just whatever you want on top, you could just hold your finger down on it and bring it to the top and layer it that way. I know, like PicMonkey is what I use, and they have animated graphics. And then she uses Canva, but hers are they're so good. Like, but we've come across like when you're searching the graphics, it's just so random. Like, and I follow some of these social media people on Instagram, and so there's this one lady. I'll have to find the account and post it in like the comments of here. But she'll post like, here's the graphics like name to search for this week, and it'll be like, the different names, since it'll be like a group of graphics that are all kind of like the same theme. So that's kind of neat. Like you could go in and it'll be like, whoever the designer's name is, or let's say it's like cute critters or something like that. And then you search that up in the GIF, box, and it'll bring up everything by that person. So it's kind of neat, like suggestions of things to look up that are more like curated, I guess. So thanks, Catherine. Catherine's girl, your merch and stuff here is awesome. Okay, so I'm sure you can make amazing promos and Instagram stories too. Thanks, book. I mean, some people probably don't know how to do this, and I feel like this is nothing but, for a lot of people who are new to the internet, and you just come on and watch, but you want to participate. Like, at least if you want to help, even if you don't do your own sales or anything, but if you want to just help share promos and stuff, or like share posts for people that you like, just saying like, here, look at this cool item, or look at their cool post, or, go check out their sale. Like, it's kind of pretty easy if you go to their post, hit the little airplane, and hit add, share to your story. At least that's a way for you to like, here, check this person out. And then you could type that book. So like, like, I don't know if Steve is on Instagram, but if he has something like that, because sometimes people will post like the thumbnail for their YouTube video. You could do it like that as well. And then it's just so annoying that they don't let us post links like on our stories or posts or anything. But like, that's why I have the link tree, and that's where I have a lot of the stuff listed there. So there's also gifts where it says, like, if you type in link in bio or subscribe, it comes up with a lot of YouTube options and stuff. So you can always add those. So, like, yeah, look up subscribe or YouTube, like link in bio, stuff like that, and it'll give you a bunch of options. So you can add those little gifs or pictures to your stuff. Thank you, Catherine. Level up. Level up. Yeah. Like, I haven't done a live on Instagram, so that be like a whole have a guest on for that. But let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Stories. But yeah, basically all your stories at the top, everything with a circle. Those basically ones that you haven't seen yet, you can just click on. Of course, it's not showing the circle. There you go. But and when you're done watching them, it won't have it. So like, here, let's click on Joni. So she just has one. But like, if you were trying to skip to the next person, and then there's always ads, you just click. Or if I wanted to go back, you hit the left side of the screen, or you can just swipe like this, and it'll take you completely to the next person. And then when I back out of the stories, see, it shows Joni with like no circle around it now because I've watched, her story. And there's Kate. Kate's post. But no, Kathy, because you gotta tell me how to do it. No. But I mean, those people do it all the time, so it's gotta be not that hard. I mean, the only thing I don't like about the Instagram live is like not being able to see that many comments. So I don't know what it really looks like from the person, the creator's point of view, like if it shows you more, but I don't think so. We were talking about Steve Forgash at Brickyard Antiques, I think it's called. He I see him at a bunch of the sales. Brick House, Brickyard. Oh, hold on. Book sent it to me. It's Brick House Salvage and Antiques. So, see, like she shared this video. So like if we hit share, let's see. Yeah, so we can choose to do Instagram chats. Let's see. Yeah, so it doesn't give you an options for comment, but like you can choose your people and to send it, and then usually it would bring you right back to your message inbox, and then you would just have to leave a comment. But that's kind of annoying, but yeah. Do it like late at night, Kathy. Do it like really early in the morning. And then maybe just a few people will be on and be like, test, and see how it goes. I haven't done it yet either. Let's see. We got our notifications down, right? You got your reels. I haven't done those either, so that'll be like a later time. I know the chat goes so fast. I'm like, I can never tell. Like, it's too fast. And then I always end up closing myself out, and because you hit the screen the wrong way. Hey, Auntie Christy. But I think I'm actually going to be hopping off. But thanks for everyone who came. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. And thanks for helping me reach 500 subs. I'll try to post tomorrow the details of the giveaway. And hopefully I'll be doing a sale soon. Got some items pulled together. Just gotta find a time. Maybe I'm off tomorrow, so we'll see. But so thankful for everybody and everybody who's participated at sales and bought from me and continues to buy from me. I do appreciate it, and who's patient, because usually it takes me about the week to do everything because I have Monday, Thursday off when I'm not working, a lot. So I'm glad everyone's not like in a super rush, but I try to get it out within that before the next Sunday hits. So thank you again. Stay tuned tomorrow for detail giveaways. I don't have a lot of record stuff, so I need to record something and post it. And be excited to uranium box giveaway. Yeah. I think I'm just going to take a couple boxes to the post office. And then, I don't know, maybe try to craft. Because Julie, Day Trip Vintage, recommended I do some macrame. So I bought a couple little, actually I think they're bowls, but they look kind of like planters to me. And they're like this jadeite color. Oh, let me grab them. And I got this, like these Homer Lachlan bowls. And, well, but they're like these cool jadeite color, but they're ceramic. And I thought it'd be like a nice size pot, like if you had a succulent, or like you put some rocks in here or something and put like an airplane on top. But I thought I could build a macrame thing to put this in. Nope. I was gonna say no problem, Catherine, but yeah, that'd be fun. Let's do it. But so maybe I'll try to work on that tomorrow because I need a day to chill. Thanks. Yeah, I got 2 of these bowls, and then I have a planter I'm gonna get from the Vintage Bulldog that I want to do that on. So try to put those in some sales. And then Catherine went through your mystery box stuff that I got and everybody's things that I've been getting, and put all the stuff that I'm not currently using together. Just organizing. Yeah, I know, but I almost thought planter right away, but I was like, oh, I guess I looked them up. They're Homer Lachlan. I think they're for Fiesta. And so China, Homer Lachlan China, lead free, USA, I think LLC. Here's the one. But I thought the color was just so pretty. It reminded me of jadeite, so. But it's just neat. So I'm gonna make some little planters. I mean, macrame, But anyone who's coming in and wants to learn how to do some Instagram stories, you have any questions, type them in after this below and we can go over it, or I can get back to you in the comments. And thanks everybody for hanging out and, for your questions and, helping people if they did have questions. And I will see you around the chats tomorrow, if not live sometime. Oh, I hit 5. Nothing happened, but I'm doing a giveaway box. Whoa, I just got dizzy. I'm doing a uranium box giveaway. So I showed that at the beginning of my last live sale. So if you haven't seen what's going to be in there, check that out. I got like a little tidbit tray, a drinking glass, 2 plates, and then I'm going to add this sugar creamer I got for free from a consignment place. The lady just let me have them, so I'm going to pass them on for free as well in the community, or in the giveaway box. So, oh, do I? I thought it was 1,000. Do I? Well, I got this stuff. The lady's like, you want anything for your giveaway box? Because we ended up talking, and she's like, take this. Take something off this table. So I grabbed one, and she's like, well, it's a set, so take both. I was like, pfft. I was like, are you serious? Because I bought some brooches and stuff, so I want to sell those too. Shut up! Yes! Because then I could post the calendar on YouTube too. So, like, some people who don't have Instagram or Discord or don't know about my email, I could post it on there. Awesome. Thank you guys for telling me. Ooh. Then maybe I can share it to the giveaway thing. Like, I'll post a video and then share it to my community tab and people could share it or whatever. Awesome. Thank you. Yes. Awesome. Cool. So, everyone have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow sometime. If in the chats or my video, but have a good night. See ya.